Hi everybody, my name is Doug Wilson and this is Yellowhawk Customs Outdoors. Okay, so this video is primarily for those guys who are on the Delta Whiskey Infinity CPM3V pre-order list. I'll say it real quick. If you're not on the list and you want to be on the list for this knife, and a sheath like this or whatever you want, stay tuned. You're going to want to watch this one. Okay guys, so here is the Delta Whiskey Infinity and CPM3V. Now this is my prototype. This is the very first Delta Whiskey Infinity in CPM3V. Okay, now the reason I did a run, or I'm doing a run in CPM3V, is because number one, guys have been asking for it in the Delta Whiskey Infinity. As a matter of fact, there was quite a few guys who would not order one in 01 tool steel for the last run. They said, I'll wait for the CPM3V one to come out. Well, here's your chance, guys. Okay, this is the Delta Whiskey Infinity. Now, these scales are optional, okay? The knife itself was supposed to be 300 bucks, okay? Because of COVID, the cost of materials, the cost of manning the knife shops and etc., right, it went up another 100 bucks. So the knife is $400, okay, 400 bucks. It is a custom knife made by Wright Custom Knives, right? I went to Wright because I thought he would be a great fit for this knife, because it is primarily a wilderness knife. This is a wilderness EDC that does everything from bushcraft to building shelters, okay? And I know this because I've done it with the 01 version, okay? It's just going to be that much better in CPM3V. Okay, now let's take a look at the handle on this knife, okay? This handle was designed to be uber comfortable for as long as you want to have it in your hand, okay? It's got that nice Coke bottle feel to it, big palm swell. Now the 01 version didn't do this, but the 01 version stopped right about here on the handle. Well, I brought the handle forward a little bit so that when you choke up with the choke up choil, the webbing of your fingers is still on the handle of the knife. It makes it so much more comfortable, okay? It just does. Plus, this side of the spine is a little bit rounded. He rounded that part for me. And then this side is for striking a ferro rod or scraping cedar bark or whatever, okay? Making Maya dust, right? So really, really sharp 90-degree spine here and kind of rounded here, okay? The choke-up choil is chamfered. It's rounded, the edges. It does not hurt when you use this knife in the choke-up choil position, okay? So basically what you have a, I don't know, give or take 5.5 inch blade, okay? 5.5 inch blade. It is 5/32 inch thick. It doesn't have to be thicker, right? The only thing that does is causes this knife to be overweight, right? I mean, I'm already overweight. I don't need my knife to be overweight, right? I do a lot of backpacking, walking with a backpack on. I don't want to carry a huge knife that's a 1/4 inch thick. Ugh, right? So I set about to design a wilderness EDC that can do everything. Okay. Now, of course, it's not going to be able to chop the head off of a boar in one stroke. Okay. You got to use the hooligan for that, or whatever, right? Some other big chopper, right? It's got his logo here, LT Wright, that proves he made it. And the Yellow Hawk Customs Outdoors logo here. These scales are Sure Touch, G10, and rubber, okay? So basically, they give you a really good grip. It's a rubbery grip, okay? Even when it's wet, I've had this thing wet, you know, it's even more grippy when it's wet. If you want these scales, they're going to be $25 extra, okay? It comes with either black or green micarta, okay? Just like the 01 Tool Steel version. And the black micarta is going to have coyote brown liners, and the green is going to have, I think, tan liners, you know, lighter than coyote, a little bit tan, okay? Like a cream color, I think. That may change, it may not, but that's what I'm going with now, okay? This has coyote brown liners. That's coyote brown. That's what will come with the black micarta. It will come with a bow drill divot, and the bow drill divot's going to be moved down to about here. Mid-handle. Almost mid-handle. Okay? It's just more comfortable that way, in my opinion. Okay? It moves the center to the center of your palm. The center of that bow drill divot to the center of your palm, so you can push down on it using it as a bearing block. Okay? It does work. I've done it. Okay? Scandi grind, right? It's got a convex micro bevel to make it stronger. Reverse Tonto tip, really strong. Okay, so I was in special operations for quite a while, and everybody who's been in the military, especially special operations, your heavy duty knife may do anything for you, right? Including digging and stuff like that, prying open cans and whatnot, okay? The military uses knives different than some civilians do, okay? So you might find yourself having to dig with this knife, so it's got a really strong point in case you need to do something spectacular like that, okay? Okay, this is a basic sheath with a Raptor dangler assembly and a belt clip, okay? Now, the Raptor dangler assembly is unique in that it clips into the belt clip, okay? So you undo the belt clip, right? Press on these two buttons, boom. Open the belt clip, and the Raptor dangler assembly pops out, okay? Now, this could already be on your belt, just sitting there, or whatever. Sit it aside, leave it on your belt, whatever. Now you have belt carry, okay? In 3 different positions, okay? It also has a mount plate on it. Now that's just this sheath. I can build yours any way you want. I can put options on it. I can put a flashlight on here. I can put a ferro rod on here. Small Altoids tin on the bottom. Whatever, okay? And the mount plate allows you to put a molly lock on. However, if the mount plate wasn't there, you could put the molly lock clip on the side where the eyelets are. It'll ride just fine. It'll stay on your pack just fine. All right? This is called Elements KYDEX. Elements in tan, right? This is True Timber something. I don't know what the name name of the actual KYDEX is, the pattern. True Timber. Treason. Treason. T-R-E-E-Z-Y-N. Treason. Okay? That's just this. I can build yours any way you want. Okay? So I'm going to open this back up. Slip this in here. Snap it shut. And I got dangler. Alright? It's not bent. Just take my word for it. You probably can't see it. Oops. Just getting some big hunks off right now. Then I'm going to make some Maya dust. There. Really sharp, very sharp. She's a beaut, Clark. Woo! She's a mama. Woo! Cheta wiankeshni. Ushimalayo. Delta Whiskey Infinity and CPM3V. My take on a wilderness EDC knife. Okay, so when you're done using your knife, whether you got it out for 30 seconds or an hour and a half, clean it off as best you can. Use your fingers, that's what I do. Get all the crud off of it and then resheath it. That keeps a whole bunch of crud from getting inside your sheath, right? Because, you know, I get asked this all the time. Will your sheath scratch my blade? Nope. Now, I take precautions, right? To be honest with you, the blade doesn't even touch the sheath until it's seated all the way in, okay? Basically. I'd have to show you how it's done, but basically from this point all the way up to here, it's floating in there, okay? Right? Until it seats. Then it's no rattle, no wriggle, no rhythm, no roll, right? So it's not the sheath that really scratches a blade, it's the grit, grime, and dirt that gets in the sheath, right? In the plastic that ends up scratching the finish of your knife. So you might want to wash them out with soap and water or whatever. Just make sure you get all the soap out, right? Warm, not hot, right? There it is. Delta Whiskey Infinity is CPM3V, built by LT Wright Custom Knives. Now, I'm working with LT Wright right now, and we're going to finalize how many I want, and he's going to give me an estimate of when they might be finished. Now, guys, these are estimates, okay? He's still playing catch up from COVID, right? And to be honest, COVID's still affecting companies, okay? So as I get information, I'll put it on Facebook or on YouTube or whatever. This might be the last YouTube video for the Delta Whiskey Infinity and CPM3V, because this is about the pre-order list, okay? Letting you guys know. I have enough guys I have more than enough guys to justify a new run in CPM3V. I just have to figure out with LT Wright when we're going to do it and when they're going to be finished. I will be asking for a $250 to $300 deposit, okay, within the next month, maybe a little more. I have to talk to LT Wright first, okay? So if you want to be on the pre-order list, just text me. Text me, say, Doug, I want a Delta Whiskey Infinity and CPM3V. Can you put me on the pre-order list? My number for texting me is 443-315-6033. Okay? Better to not call, or I may not answer. Text me. That's the best way to get a hold of me. It really is. I know who it is before I talk to you. You know what I mean? If you call me on the phone and there's just a phone number, I may or may not answer it. I don't know. Okay? So, if you want to be on it, text me. Not bad. It does chop. It's got just enough heft to chop pretty well. That edge does a very good job at chopping. And with that convex micro bevel, it's pretty strong for a Scandi edge. Batons very well. One of my best batoners. Incredible spine. Incredible. That's incredible. He's got an incredible spine. Ooh. Yeah, that happens. Incredible. It's incredible. So just to reiterate, you guys that are on the pre-order list, or you guys who want to be on the pre-order list, I will be asking for that deposit, okay? It could be 3 weeks, it could be a month, it could be, 5 weeks. I don't know yet. Got to talk to LT, but I will be asking for that deposit so I can curb a little bit of this cost, because I have to pay for these knives up front. So, okay? Thanks, guys.